Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to lighten my hair, lighten in tone or lighten in color. We're gonna kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. And we're gonna start a journey to blonde or honey brown or something a little lighter. We're gonna start the process of change today. So I'm nervous and I'm excited, but luckily you can come along with me. So if I make any mistakes, you can learn from them. Let's hope I don't. Let's hope it goes really smooth and I love the result. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what my hair looks like under here, I have a short curly pixie, very, very dark. I'll try to pop up some footage so that you can see what my hair looks like before our little hair transformation today, because we're also gonna do a haircut. I've desperately been needing a haircut along with this color. I almost forgot to say, stop now, give this video a like, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can see more hair, pixie, beauty, and real life content from me moving forward. And without further ado, let's get into it. If you are also on the road to lightening your hair and doing it at home, any chemical alteration of your hair, cutting your hair, any DIY services that you're doing on yourself, taking it into your own hands. I have a history of attending beauty school, so I have some knowledge. I also have some experience with this, and I'm also comfortable doing this. That's a big part of why I do this, is because I'm truly comfortable doing this. So if you're not comfortable doing this, definitely book with a stylist to get your hair cut, get your hair colored, achieve all of your hair goals.
Editing Patricia here to further emphasize to take this very seriously. If there's any doubt in your mind that you are properly equipped to do this and problem solve throughout, then don't DIY this.
I'm not encouraging anybody to go the DIY route if it doesn't fit their circumstances or their skill set, okay? But if you feel comfortable with it and my videos simply help you along the way, then that's great. Just to talk about prep for just a moment, I would recommend that you have some gloves. I don't. I have these really big rubber cleaning gloves, which I might use. I might forego the aesthetic and use those today, just to make sure I don't get like bleach on my hands and under my nails. Also make sure that you're wearing clothes that you don't mind getting bleach on, because bleach will absolutely ruin your clothing. If you have really sensitive skin, it might be helpful to put like some coconut oil or Vaseline around your hairline. Oh, do a strand test, especially if this isn't something that you do regularly or recently and you haven't seen what level your hair is gonna lift to. Do a strand test. This is giving me kind of like a preview of what to expect today, and it's helping me plan around it and set expectations. So my hair is virgin hair, so it lifted a lot. This is more than I thought. The hair color I bought is a level 5, which is, it would be darker than this. So I'm already seeing that my results might be different than I envisioned, and that's just the way blonde is. You gotta be ready for anything. All right, cool. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Here.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started by mixing up our first batch of lightener. I'm using Wella products today. I'm using their lightener and their 20 volume developer. Hair developer ranges from, I believe they actually make 5 volume, but mainstream you'll see 10 volume up to 40 volume. The higher the volume is, the more power and the more lift it's going to have, but the more harsher and the more potential it has to damage your hair as well. So while I might be able to fast track my result by using 40 volume, I would severely damage my hair, and I've already been there, done that in life. So I'm gonna do 20 volume today. I'm totally accepting of where this gets me. Always read the directions of these products. I'll pop up my mixing ratio on the screen. As for applying color, after having this experience, I want to double down on my recommendation to use gloves. The parts of the bleach that did get on my skin, especially at the nape of my neck, whew, girl, that was spicy. That really stung my skin. So I'm starting in this particular place very intentionally. That band where I went in first, my hair tends to be very resistant to lifting just from experience. So I went there first so the bleach can spend the most time in that area of the hair. The back of my hair is also the coarsest area, and so I wanted to go there first again so the bleach could spend the most time there, because it'll need to do that. I started a timer for 25 minutes because that's about when I wanted to alert myself that it's going to be time to rinse this out. Again, just damage control there. I don't want to leave this on for an excessive amount of time. So with that said, I need to work quickly. Anyone with experience coloring hair knows about a term term called hot roots, and that's when you apply the bleach on your roots, pretty much everything at the same time without realizing that your roots are going to lift substantially quicker than the rest of your hair. And so that's when somebody gets that really bright root in the mid to ends of their hair, does not match the same level of brightness. So you want to counteract that by applying it in the opposite order, going from mids to ends first and then getting it on your roots last again. So you want to control the amount of time it spends on your roots versus the amount of time it spends on those other areas. So application is very strategic. It's about balance. It's about understanding how fast certain areas are going to lift and using that information to help you know when and where to apply it. So I applied it working from back to front, also because the top of my hair here, the front, that's the most finest hair. That hair tends to lift very quick too, so I got to that last. Again, controlling the amount of time it spends on that hair versus the coarse hair in the back that actually needs that extra time. Now you can see we're actually getting some lift. I finally worked my way around to the roots. I fully saturated the hair. That's the other thing too. You want to ensure if this is an all over blonding that you're going to fully saturate the hair. You don't want to miss any spots because you'll notice them if you missed them. In order to ensure that my hair was fully saturated, I did have to mix up another bowl of lightener, and I'm super glad I did, because as I went through checking and parting my hair in all those little areas that tend to hide, I was finding areas where it wasn't fully saturated. So that's another really important step of this. Now that I'm completely covering my hair, I'm getting to all the areas that I saved for last. At this point, my timer had went off like 5 minutes ago. It was going a bit past it, so I wanted to just get finished up so I can rinse my hair. You want to constantly assess how you're feeling, how your scalp is feeling, your skin is feeling, how your hair is looking. Is your hair stretching and breaking off? Rinse it out. Is your scalp really burning? Is your skin really burning and irritated? Rinse it off. It is not worth it to damage your skin or your hair beyond repair just hoping for a lighter level. I'm going to be popping up all the products I'm using throughout the video. So I'm using Olaplex today. Shout out to them for sending me PR a while back. I held on to it and it came in very handy. Now my hair is damp. It's just towel dried a little bit, but I noticed a very obvious spot there in the front that I got to last, where the bleach spent the least amount of time on my hair. Since it was such a small area, I just dried that hair more and I just reapplied bleach to just that area and waited like another 10 minutes and rinsed. That corrected that enough for me for one day. And now it's time to tone. I don't know how much this is going to help, but we're going to try our best using a Wella toner. That's T35. And this is a beige blonde shade that I have used in the past, and it's pretty safe. I don't have to worry about like turning green or anything with this one. And 10 volume developer, because I just want to open up my hair just enough to deposit this toner. I am not trying to lift it more today. So I applied this, and I want to recommend opening up some windows because this toner was stinky. It was more fumey than the bleach, and I'm going to apply this on hair that is about 70% dry. And my method with applying this was much more laid back. It was just about getting it all on and making sure my hair was fully saturated and crossing my fingers and hoping that it calmed down this super orange tone. And while the toner was on my hair, it looked like it actually was calming down that tone. I believe I left the toner on for about 20 minutes and I'm smoothing my hair to get a better look at it, but I want to remind you, do not brush your hair, do not detangle your hair, do not run a comb through knots while your hair has these products on them, because it's going to be in its most fragile state. It's very prone to breakage, so be careful. All right, we did a shampoo and condition again with Olaplex. We're rinsed, and now getting a peek. We're still orange. We're still very orange. Let me know if you see a difference. Comment right now and tell me if you think you see a difference, because I didn't see much of a difference, maybe a slight difference. But going into this, I was accepting that I was going to end up with something like this. Now I'm using the Olaplex. That was the number 3, which is like their treatment. I'm applying this all over, and then once I rinse that out, I'm going to go ahead and shampoo with this Bond Bar shampoo, purple shampoo, working that all throughout my hair. And I just want to get a really good scrub. Again, just being gentle while handling my hair while it's wet, after it's been through everything it's been through. But I really didn't experience too much breakage, too much stretching. I'm very thankful for that. And here we are. This is what we are left with after everything is said and done. I'm going to go ahead and do a haircut and a style and come back to you now.
All right, friends, here is our final result. We are very warm, very ginger, but that is to be expected on the road to blonde. or just as a first step whenever you're lifting naturally very dark hair. So I wasn't surprised. I was super easy on my expectations. In fact, I did expect something like this. I think the toner did calm it down a bit, but you know, not too much. Like, I would say my hair, it's orange. It's orange or something like orange right now, but I didn't feel the need to completely cover it with like a permanent hair color. I left it as is after toning it because I personally like this color, and I'm gonna go ahead and wear it like this until I lighten it again in maybe about 4 to 6 weeks. Let me know if you'd like me to continue creating videos as my hair gets lighter and what I'm doing each time. But we got pretty bright this time, so I'm excited to go off this jump off point next time, and I think it's definitely gonna be in that blonde neighborhood. As you can see, my hair has been cut and styled as well. If you're curious how I cut and style my hair, I'll actually pop up a video that shows my entire normal process, refreshing my pixie, so cutting and styling it exactly like I did here, between rinsing out the color and showing you this final result. I went a bit shorter, but that was my intention. I wanted to bring my pixie in really nice and tight, and my curls are healthy. They're still here. I kind of brought them out today for the length that it is. I'm overall very, very happy with it. It would have been awesome if we could have gotten something a little bit more neutral, but I really love like the ginger shades of hair color, so I'm gonna enjoy this little phase. We're just a ginger girl. I will say it's always easier, even when you're doing a DIY, to have help or have a friend or have moral or emotional support. Even I had my partner like look at my hair and tell me if I was missing spots or if something looked off. Those things really, really help. This is not something I'm like the biggest cheerleader about doing 100% on your own, although it is possible. But just know everybody's hair lifts differently, acts differently, takes the processing differently. Let me know if this process had you on the edge of your seat, because I sure was. Leave me a comment down below what you think. And if you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. I create videos all about beauty and real life, and I post pretty regularly weekly. Totally happy to be your pixie friend and your pixie resource. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.